So we're going to be talking about a lot of things today, really anything you want to talk about. And the stance that we are wanting to help you to discover and practice, the concept that we want you to acknowledge and understand until it is your knowing, is that you have a point of attraction that you have control over, and that you control your point of attraction by caring about how you feel and by focusing yourself into alignment with what feels best. Sometimes you want to take action that seems to line things up in a faster way. And of course, action is often inspired. But we want to help you to understand that if you will focus upon your basis of attraction by paying attention to the way you are feeling, that you will understand this concept of deliberate creation. And you will then be that deliberate creative genius who you intended to be as you came forth into this physical body and this magnificently balanced time-space reality. You said, I'll go forth and I'll sift and sort and I'll come to my own conclusions. And when I come to a decision about what I think would be better, I will give that my undivided attention. I will no longer justify why I want that by pointing out how bad that is. And as I practice the thought of what I want, it will become such a vibrational habit for me. That's all a belief is. A belief is just a vibrational habit. It's a thought you keep thinking. It will become such a vibrational habit for me that as I emanate that vibrational signal, law of attraction will bring things to me that match that. And of course, that makes sense, doesn't it? You sort of get it. You've been mixing it up. You get that what you think about comes to you. It shows up fast enough that it's not a big mystery anymore. You don't call yourself lucky or cursed anymore. You say, When something wonderful would happen to Esther, she would say, I did that. And when something not so wonderful would happen, she would say, I did that too. Don't tell anyone. But once you get the hang of this, once you begin to make the association between what you're thinking and how you're feeling and what's coming back to you, then you begin to get your sea legs. Then you begin to be a deliberate creator, a conscious, deliberate creator. So now we want you to understand that, it is so nice when you begin to recognize that you get what you think about, whether you want it or not. Because you activate a vibration, that vibration is powerful, it attracts other things like it, and you begin to notice these patterns. It's easier to notice them in others, isn't it? Especially those you live with. So easy to see the things that they're doing that are messing up your life, you see. But after a while, you begin to recognize that if you're not giving attention to what you think they're doing that's messing up your life, then it's not in your vibration. It's only by your attention to it. You really don't need to worry about what anybody else is doing unless you're giving attention to what they're doing and using what they're doing and your attention to what they're doing as your excuse to hold yourself out of vibrational frequency with who you really are and what you really want. Isn't that nice to know? Say yes. But we want you to understand something even further, that while, yes, it is a wonderful thing to understand that law of attraction is responding to the vibrational frequency that you are outputting, that there is a vibrational frequency that you have been outputting for a very long time that comes from the source, from the core, from the inner being of that which you are. And when you get out of sync with that, you don't feel good. And when you get in sync with that, you feel wonderful. And here is the best part of this whole thing, the best of all. When you acknowledge that that inner being part of you exists, and that it is the knower and the holder and the vibrational practicer and beer and emitter of the signal of all that you are, we're calling it your core grid. It's the energy that emanates from the very core of that which you are. When you understand that that signal is emanating, that it's flowing into your moment right here and now, it's not off in some heavenly place waiting for you to croak and catch up with it. It's right here, out here on the leading edge. All that you are is focused out here on the leading edge with you, in your powerful now, where all that is new is happening. So as this source energy is focused with you out here on the leading edge, and you happen in that moment to be standing in a place of alignment with who you are, whoa, what a good moment you're having. That's when love is radiating through you. That's when you're clear. That's when you're dynamic. That's when you're flexible. That's when you're clear-minded. That's when your heart is singing. That's when you feel good. That's when you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on. That's when your jokes are funniest because your timing is exquisite. That's when you look the best and feel the best. That's when you are the best. That's when you're allowing all that you've become to be present right here, right now, having this conversation with whoever you're having this conversation. In other words, to be tuned to who you are and living in your powerful now. That's what you planned. And everything else is just off a tad. We've been telling you for a while that there are 3 steps to the creative process that you have come here to experience. Step 1 is ask with clarity of that which you want. And the contrast of your life experience focuses that asking within you, whether you're ready to let it in or not. That asking is sharp within you all of the time. Step 2 is source in all of its readiness, in all of its answering, in all of its knowing, in all of its love, in all of its awareness of you, is there in the vibrational frequency of the answer that you've been asking for. Every solution that you seek, every answer that you want, right there, ready for you to receive when you do step 3. And step 3 is the part that we talk about all day, every day as we come together. Step 3 is the part where you figure out how to allow yourself to be in the vibrational frequency. Allow yourself to be in a frequency that does not resist. Allow yourself to be in a frequency that allows rather than pushes away. Allow yourself to be in the frequency where the source within you can stand with you, see with you, hear with you, smell with you, taste with you, touch with you, know with you the power and the importance of this moment of contemplation, this moment of introspection, this moment of awareness, this moment of conversation, this moment of human interaction, this moment of being alive in your physical body, alive in your physical body. Can you hear what we're saying? Not just you alive in your physical body, but you allowing life in your physical body. You allowing the life that you really intended to flow through this physical body. Occasionally, someone you see is doing that, and you call them the master of dance, or the master of mathematics, or the master of music, or the master of words, or of poetry, or of science. You call them masters. You call them freaks. You are amazed. You are amazed when someone be's normal. You are amazed when someone finds that way to be the whole being that they were born to be. We want you to stop thinking of those people as exceptions or even as exceptional. We want you to see the normalcy in you allowing the wholeness of that which is you. In each moment, in each conversation. So we don't expect you to get the fullness of these words right now because words don't carry enough power to ever really give you true meaning in this sense. Words don't teach. It's life experience that does. But your life experience, when it matches up with something that you've been contemplating, that's where true understanding and true changing of vibrational point of attraction takes place. And that really is what these gatherings are about from our perspective. It's an opportunity for you to come at whatever vibrational point you are at because of whatever aspects of your life you have been focused upon. Therefore, you come with your grid active, it always is, your point of attraction always pulsing, with everything around you responding to what that pulsing grid is, what that pulsing vibrational outpouring is. Because law of attraction says whatever it is that you are broadcasting is what's coming back to you. Law of attraction always perfectly matches those signals. So when you come to a gathering such as this, the advantage of it that we know is there for you is that as you listen, as we deliberately unfold, as we specifically choose conversation based upon where we know you are right now, not asking you to reach too far into what is beyond where you are, but giving you something beyond where you are, and not giving it to you so abruptly that there's a backlash that causes your mind to wander and activate a vibration that you don't want to activate, but instead gently moving vibrationally into the frequency that's closer to that most expanded place that you have achieved through life experience. Then you have contemplative, obvious, visceral, all of those things meaning known to you right here, right now, breakthroughs. A breakthrough, from our point of view, is just a movement in your grid. And your grid is your current point of attraction. And your current point of attraction is everything, because that's the way other people, that's the way your own thoughts, that's the way everything responds to you, based upon that grid, that point of attraction, that vibration, that belief system. So since a thought is an active vibration, and that thought affects your grid, and the thoughts that you keep thinking equal your beliefs, and so your beliefs equals your chronic grid or your chronic point of attraction, we don't think there's a better subject to contemplate than what you're doing vibrationally, which means we then got to talk about how you're feeling, because how you're feeling is the only way you know what you're doing vibrationally in relationship to the only other thing that matters. In other words, it doesn't matter how you're doing vibrationally in relationship to your neighbor or to your mother or to your past. It doesn't matter how you're doing vibrationally in relationship to what the polls say or to what peer group pressure says or to what the rules, religious and secular, say. The only thing that matters is your vibrational relationship to your furthest, most expanded beingness, which means your relationship to what man wants to call God. We prefer to say your relationship to the larger part of you, to your inner being, to the source within you, to the expanded you that's in your vortex. Your opinions about the world in which you live cause you to practice a vibration that equals your point of attraction. So what that does, and it's sort of an interesting thing to watch it happen, is you just keep supporting your own beliefs, because law of attraction backs that up every time. If you believe that you are being treated unjustly, and you keep that vibration active within you, those that match that belief in you will flock to you like moths to a flame. And you will announce to the world, this is an unjust world, or I am a victim because look at this train of stuff that is coming to me. But when you accept that it is a vibrational world, not a stuff world, that it is a vibrational world, just not a manifested world, that it is a vibrational world, and that in every moment you can read, you can recognize, you can know your vibrational offering as it relates to your most expanded being, that part that we talked about as we first began here, that expanded you that you can't hold back. When you start caring about alignment with that, rather than that. I care about how I feel, period. I care about how I feel, which means I'm going to choose the thought that most replicates the thought that the source within me is thinking about the thing that I'm thinking about in the moment that I'm thinking about it. You get that? You're thinking a thought. You're thinking a thought unless you're asleep. You're thinking a thought. Your mind is active, your point of attraction is active, and you have the option of moving your point of attraction closer to all that you are and all that you want, or further from all that you are and all that you want. You have that option in every moment, but you don't exercise it because you're observing rather than sensing vibration most of the time. So for most of you, we love you so much, you don't really start thinking about something until you have a manifestation that you don't like, and then you know what you think about? The manifestation you don't like. It's hard for you to think about the flip side of something that you don't like. Years ago, we introduced the idea of pivoting. Pivoting, which means the other end of the vibrational stick. When you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. But the question is, when you know what you don't want, are you actively involved in the vibration of what you don't